Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie and you're welcome to my channel. So in this video I'll be sharing with you guys how I made this really beautiful short gathered skirt, and I'll be making use of this Ankara fabric, and I also have other materials I'll be making use of, my zip and other materials, so keep watching. So guys, I've gone ahead to unfold the fabric. As you can see here, it's folded into two, so I'm going to leave it like that because I'll be cutting. And then the measurements we'll be needing is my waist measurement and then the length of the skirt, that's all. So I'm just taking the measurement that I have here. I have about 22.2 inches, but I'm not going to make use of it exactly. I'm minusing 2 inches at the upper side, which will actually serve as my band. So here I have about 24 inches there, but because of folding allowance, I'll be folding 1 inch at the downside and then half an inch at the upper side for sewing. So I'll have about 22.5 inches. So the waist I'm actually making use of is 26 inches, so that's 26 inches right over there. But before I continue measuring the rest, I'm going to be cutting the other side to join it because I need it to be long to actually form the gathers. So I'll just go ahead and cut it all the way from the upper side to the downside to join it. So guys, after doing that, I'll just go ahead and sew about half an inch from here to join it to make it a long piece. So I'm actually done doing that, and the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to be cutting my band from here because I don't have any other piece that I'll be using for the band, for the waistband. So from this side I'm going to be cutting the band, so I'll place it like this, and then I'll mark from this upper side, I'll mark 5 inches. I'll go ahead and mark the 5 inches because the band is actually going to be on fold. I want it to be 2 inches wide, so by the time I use half an inch for sewing and then half an inch for folding, I'll have the band to be 2 inches wide. So I'll go ahead and cut it. So after cutting it, I'm going to be using this one as a template to cut the second one because this one is not long enough. It's not up to 26 inches with extra allowance for zip allowance as well. So I'm just going to cut that one and then I'll take it to my sewing machine to join it from there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be marking the waist, which is 26 inches, and then I'll continue marking the waist to see the number of times that I have the 26 inches round. So the wideness of the fabric actually determines the volume of the gather. So if you want it to be full, really full, you actually make it to be wide. So what I have here is 26 inches times 4, and then with extra 20.5 inches, and there's going to be zip allowance inside as well after I actually finish making the gathers. So the next thing I'm going to do is that from here I'm actually going to be making a loose stitch, 2 loose stitch to actually form the gathers all the way through to this other side. And then for the downside, I'm going to be folding it. I'll fold it the first and then the second time I'll just take it to my sewing machine and then sew it around with the 1 inch that I actually kept for the sewing. So I'm actually done doing that, and this is actually how it looks like. And I'm also done doing the 2 loose stitches as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to be making the gathers now. I will hold the thread at the upper side, the 2 ones at the upper side, and then I will go ahead and continue dragging it and taking it down to actually form the gathers. So I will do it for both sides, sides, the downside and the upper side, so that I'll have the exact inches that I want the gathers to be. So this is actually how it looks like after forming the gathers. So I'm just going to measure it to see if I have for my waist measurement here, including zip allowance. So I'll just measure it to see. So here is actually way longer, so I'm still going to adjust it a bit. So after adjusting it, I'm going to be sewing the band on the skirt now. I've also gone ahead to join it from there. So I'm going to be placing it like this to measure to confirm the inches that I have here. I have 2.5 inches, so the half is going to be for sewing and then the folding as well. So I'm actually going to be placing the band on the wrong side of the fabric. I'll place the right side of the band facing the wrong side of the fabric, and then I'll go ahead and sew it and then turn it all the way to the right side. So guys, I'm actually done doing that. Like I said, I placed it on the wrong side, the right side on the wrong side of the skirt, and then I went ahead to sew it all the way around. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to be folding it like that. So when I flip it over, the right side will be outside. So I'm going to, you see that the band is way longer, so I'm going to be cutting it off, and then I'm going to be folding it with the 1/2 inch that I actually left. I'll fold it by 1/2 inch, and then I'll still fold it again to cover the stitched parts. So I'll carefully do that. I'll carefully fold it, and then when I'm done, I will just take it to my sewing machine and then sew it all the way from this side to the other side. So I was still confirming the 2 inches before I will finally take it to sew it. So before I actually did the sewing, I went ahead to pin it down. I pinned it down with my office pins. As you can see, I started sewing it, but it was giving me so much headache because I did not iron it, so I pinned it down before sewing it. So after sewing, I'm just going to place the right sides facing each other, just the same way you see like this. I will just carefully arrange it, and then the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to be fixing the zip. I'll just place the zip from this upper side, and then I'll mark where the zip is going to stop, and then from there I'll actually sew from there and close the down part. So I actually went there to mark it slightly above the end of the zip. So from there I'm actually going to be marking the zip allowance of 1 inch. So from that 1 inch, I'm going to start sewing all the way to the down part to close it up. So when I'm done, I'll also go ahead and fix the zip as well. So guys, I'm actually done doing that. I'm done fixing the zip, and I'm also done sewing and closing the down part as well. So this is basically how everything turned out to be. So the last thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to just iron everything. I'll iron the waistline and the down part as well. So this is basically it for the gathered skirt. It's really simple and easy to make as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and share the video to anyone you know it will be of help to. Thank you, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.